If you or someone you know is raising a special needs child, you know how rewarding as well as challenging it can be. Our next guest has 8 tips to help you inspire you on your journey. Bill Corbett is an expert who helps parents raise responsible and cooperative kids and teenagers. He is also the author of Love, Limits, and Lessons. Bill, welcome back to Connecticut Style. So it can be a challenge raising a child with special needs.
Huge challenge, huge challenge.
But you also have some tips on how we could stay on top of things.
Right.
First one is stay on top of your child's IEP. What's the IEP?
It's the short version for Individualized Education Program, and it's usually a document that documents all the special needs that a special needs child may need in school, and you have to document it. And why I have it on the list is because we have to make sure that parents, you're the project manager, you're in charge, don't leave it up to the teacher. And sometimes when they are past their time, they need to be renewed, and parents need to stay on top of that.
All right, create routines for you and your child.
The more routine and sameness that a child sees, especially if they have a disorder, the easier life is going to be for you with your child. So set up as many routines as possible that they can recognize and get used to.
Sure. Speak in a quiet tone and remain calm.
We can actually generate some of the anxiety we get from our kids through our own communication. So I'm always encouraging parents, whether you have a special needs child or not, always speak to them in a quiet tone. Don't shout at them from across the room or through the house. Go to them, speak quietly, and they will, it'll actually keep their sense of anxiety at a low level as well.
Well, that makes sense. You recommend using visual timers, and again, back on the schedule and routines.
Yeah, there's 2 things. It's called a visual timer. It has a red dial, and so it disappears. The red disappears, so it tells the child how much time they have left. And also visual schedules. It shows them all the sequence of events with little cartoons or images like shoes, backpack, homework. And when they see that laid out in sequence, they become much easier to care for.
Yeah, they know what's coming up next. It makes sense. You mentioned it's important to have an iPad or iPod ready to go.
I'm not a big proponent of letting kids on iPods.
I know you're not.
But in this case, if you're dealing with a special needs child, sometimes the ability to have that ready to go for them to listen to can give you some peace of mind. And it can soothe them, it can calm them, make sure you're managing the music that's on there.
Sure.
But it can actually, keep them distracted for a while and focused on listening to the music as long as it's calm and soothing.
All right. Next, you say make sure you create time for your non-special needs children.
Well, now
it can get overwhelming, right?
Yeah. Now that we focus primarily on the special needs child, now it's back on you and the family. So the first thing is sometimes you may have incidences of jealousy and resentment for your non-special needs children who are seeing their brother or their sibling getting more special attention.
Sure.
So make sure you set up dates with your other children so they feel like they're taken care of.
All right. You say take care of yourself, and then lastly, surround yourself with encouraging people.
It can be very easy to have people always picking at you and discouraging you. So make sure that the inner circle you pick are people that are encouraging to you.
That makes sense. Bill Corbett, where can we find more information about you and your book?
www.cooperativekids.com.
Pretty easy stuff there. Thank you so much for the information. We're just about out of time today, everyone. Thanks to the rest of our guests, and most of all, thank you at home for watching. Make it a great day. We'll be back here tomorrow. Bill, give a good wave.